Hello, good afternoon. I said I'd be back on with you live this afternoon. It's Thursday at 3 o'clock and I'm here. I'm ready to talk to you this afternoon. As always with Facebook Live, it takes people a couple of minutes to realize that we're here and doing something, so I will wait just a moment for folks to find us and then I'll keep going. And when you do arrive, say hello so I know that you're there. Okay, we're getting started here and it's a good day, it's a sunny day, it's a good day to make a big change, a shift in the way that you're doing things and to take action. Over the last 12 months I have been just so tremendously blessed to be able to work with a coach, and at the end of that 12 months, at the end of the time just kind of reviewing and looking back over the progress, I wrote down the things that I had done, and part of the analysis was to think about how you did it. How did you do those things that came up on your list? How did I do what I accomplished over the last 12 months? And what came up over and over again, the theme for me, and it may not be the same for you, but the theme for me was that the stuff that I accomplished happened because I took action. And this was kind of a big deal for me because in the past I would think about things, to the point of maybe not taking some action that I needed to. But as soon as I made that decision and as soon as I took the action, what I needed came directly to me. What I was seeking came directly to me. And maybe you've experienced this in your life. I want to encourage you, if what you're seeking is a more peaceful household, an environment that lines up with who you are, that reflects who you are, that supports you in all of your goings in and out every day, if that is what you're seeking, then there is an opportunity that's been laid before you to have all that you're asking for if you take action. Over the last few days, having the Take Control system option out there and available, I've gotten some questions. So I wanted to address those questions with you in case it was a question that you might have also had, and just see if I can, provide some answers there. One of the biggest questions that I've gotten is, I don't have a lot of time to add something else into my already full schedule. So is this really structured? Do I have to show up at a certain date and time and be on the call for lessons and classes and things like that? And the answer is no. You get to do this program at whatever pace feels right to you. You will have 6 months, over which time every 2 weeks you will receive an email, lesson, and with that a video explanation. The videos are about 20 to 30 minutes each. You can choose at what time of day you watch that video or read that lesson. In fact, if you want to, you'll receive the book, and I've got it here today to show you. You'll receive the book when you register, and this is it. It goes through each of the 10 modules, and there are activities along with it. You'll receive the book when you purchase the system. So if you wanted to, you could read the book, do the activities as soon as you get it. That's always an option. I don't really recommend that, only because you don't have time to digest and act on the information that you're learning. So it's given to you every 2 weeks for a reason, because you can use that time to really get into the information in the module and what you're hearing, and then have time to act on it, and also have 2 live sessions in that 2 weeks to ask questions and to work things out, to get onto Facebook and to see and to be supported in what you're doing. So you could get the book and just start right away, but you really have the opportunity to go at your own pace. So every 2 weeks you get another module, you get another video. It's my recommendation that you set some time aside to work on that, but that doesn't have to be at my schedule. That can be whatever schedule works for you. If it's 6 in the morning when the kids are asleep, if it's 11 at night, if it's right at lunchtime and you carve that out every 2 weeks, then you set the pace for that. Hi Rachel, how are you? It's good to see you here. I was just showing the book that you get with the Take Control system and explaining that you get these modules delivered to you every 2 weeks and that you can go at your own pace for implementing them. The other part of that, the question is, I don't have a lot of time. How does this work? What is the schedule? If you don't have a lot of time, this is the system for you, because we talk about your time. We talk about your schedule. We talk about creating more time really for you in your schedule, that you will have to be focused on and doing the important things that you would like to be doing in your life, with your business, in your personal life, however that shakes out for you. So if that's a struggle for you right now, then this is a way to learn some solutions around it. Another question that I've received I'm going back to the other one. As far as schedule is concerned, we have live calls that you are able to access on a weekly basis where you speak to me. Whoever is in the system jumps on the calls, and every week I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I'm going to ask you what's going well, I'm going to ask you what you're working on, and then we're going to strategize around whatever those are. If there's one person on the call, which has happened, sometimes everybody's busy, that person gets my undivided attention. Just saying, that's an opportunity right there. But if there's 4 people, then each person gets about 15 minutes. If there's 10 people, each person gets 6 minutes. You see how this works. So, but those calls are there for you every single week to jump into. They happen on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and I rotate between 9 a.m., 12 p.m., and 3 p.m., just so that depending on your schedule, there'll be a time in there that fits for you. And I have folks who call in at work, call in on their lunch hour, who put it on in the background and then ask the question when their time comes up. It's always an option. Another question that I've gotten recently is this. Folks are saying, you know what, money is really tight for me right now, and I just can't afford it. Which I get. I am absolutely not recommending that if money is really tight for you, that you step into something that's going to be fiscally unstable and not good for you. However, I'm going to challenge you a little bit on this concern. And I get it. I mean, I budget my money as well, so I understand that. But if you are truly struggling either with your time or with doing what you're supposed to be doing in your life, or with your clutter and your stuff, then the amount that you invest, the financial investment in this program, will pay off enormous dividends. There is a cost associated with having more than you should in your environment. There's a cost associated with being stuck so that you can't move forward into the space of what you should be doing with your life. There's a cost associated with not being able to manage your time properly. Some of these costs are really obvious. You might have late fees on bills. You might be paying for an extra storage unit. You might be paying additional money on your car insurance because it can't be stored in the garage because there's too much stuff. There may be things in your home that you could sell and get the monetary value for. There may be, oh goodness, I have a whole list of, I'm drawing a blank right at the moment. I have a whole list. There on my website, if you search for it, go to saparisolutions.com, there's a blog article called, What is Your Clutter Costing You? What's Your Clutter Costing You? and you can go through and calculate out the actual cost of keeping the stuff around you. In some cases, it's the need to pay for additional services like cleaning services and such because you can't even get to those spaces. Could you rent out a room of your house if you had less stuff? It's an option. Could you start a new business if you had that mental space to work on that? Could you use your home office instead of paying for a satellite office if you were to tackle these kinds of challenges? So I'm gonna push you on that a little bit. The cost over 6 months is just under $600, which is less than most people pay on their mortgage. So if you could pay less than you pay on your mortgage in order to get the support that you're looking for around this challenge and be supported 100% from all sides, is that worth it? Would that then be worth it? Maybe it's you don't go out to dinner 2 times this particular month. Maybe you are able to stretch it from another place. Maybe you ask for it as a gift from a loved one so that you can open up that space and finally move into where you should, where you desire to be and where you're called to be. So if that's something that's a concern, if you feel like that is the thing that's holding you back from moving forward, I want you to sit with that, and I want you to really think about it, because I feel in my heart that if this program speaks to you, and if you're truly struggling with this, and the answer is sitting right here, ready for you to take and start acting on it, that I bet you'd move mountains to make that happen. I just know you. I bet you would. I bet you'd let go of those old beliefs and go, you know what, this will be so worth it. This will be what allows me to move forward and grow financially, and grow my business, grow my home, take care of the finances that I should and need to do. Okay, some other questions that that people have asked. How exactly does it work? So I've gone over that a little bit. Every 2 weeks you get a module shared with you by email, and that includes a video, and it also includes tasks and assignments that you will complete and either talk about with the group or post on Facebook, just so that you are understanding the material and moving forward. It's about taking action, not just hearing it, but also making some steps towards making the changes that we're asking you to take in this program. You have access to 24/7 to the membership site. So as soon as you join, that information will be shared with you. You can go log in and watch additional programs and get additional resources that are there. Other presentations that I've provided, other topics. There's a workshop called the Framework of Productivity that speaks specifically to goal setting, time management, organization, and vision, with the idea of productivity in mind. The Business of Home, Organized for Life. These are all programs that are available to you when you join 24/7. You can just go in and access them, additional organizing guides and things like that. So a lot of information. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming. You get onto the Facebook group. So if you've been enjoying the live sessions that you've been having here, then you can jump into the Facebook group and continue those conversations. And folks are going to support you. They're in the mix with you, and they're going to have celebrations, and you're going to go, oh wow, that's so awesome. They were able to clear out that office space that they've been working on, or they created a guest room and they were able to have their family come visit. And then there'll be times where people get in there and say, oh my gosh, I'm just really struggling with this. I'm having a hard time letting go of the cards that were given when my child was born. And you can support them in that too. So this same energy and love and support that you're feeling here will be there in the Facebook group. The weekly calls with me, where you can get on with your peers and just ask questions and celebrate the changes and that you're making. So those are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We alternate times, but it's 9, 3, and 9, noon, and 3, and we just alternate when those happen. You'll get a reminder every week. You get the book. You get this printed hard copy book So that those are all the parts of the system, and we like to throw fun things in there. So you'll have access to different events and things that come up that maybe others aren't privy to. So just a special part of being part of the Take Control system family. What else have we come up with? I don't know. If you have a question, just let me know and I'll be sure to answer it. I'm happy to be here for you and to to see you through as you're making this decision. Just keep in mind that the card is open until Saturday, March 4th, and if this is really speaking to you, I don't want you to miss that particular opportunity to take advantage of it. It's $97 a month for 6 months. As I've said before, after this time, the price is actually doubling and we're changing the program a little bit. So if this is really speaking to you, now may be the time for you to take action. If you have any questions, just post them in this live feed as comments, and I will absolutely be sure to jump on there and answer them as they come up. All right, I hope to see you in the program soon. Bye.